Well, Ross, it's so great to have you here with us from Lights Out. First off, can you just tell me, taking you all the way back to your childhood days, how did fishing first become a really big part of your life?
Oh wow. Geez, didn't really have a choice with that one. Boats and fishing were kind of the family thing. From yeah, as soon as I think I caught my first fish at like age 3 in the backyard of a lake we were living on. But all summer we lived on our boats as kids. So move out as soon as school was over, lived on the boat all summer, and yeah, uh, played on the dock catching whatever we could catch. And then as it got older, played on the skiffs and boats, and yeah, it's just kind of what we did, what we do. Still doing it. It's not sure why or how, but that's what we do.
How far back did that fishing go? I mean, was it your dad's thing, your grandparents, anything like that?
uh Dad.
Mhm.
Yeah, dad was just like messing around on boats more than fishing, and then I kind of picked up with messing around on boats while fishing because that's part of it's the next step, right? Something else to
Yeah.
do on the water. So always about getting out on the water.
Yeah, and I know from talking to other people, it sounds like once you go offshore fishing for the first time, you kind of get hooked there. Do you remember when that happened for you?
First offshore trip was about age 5 or 6. We went bluefin tuna fishing, and I think I might have not really enjoyed being that far offshore when I was that age.
Mhm.
That came later on. It just loving to get further and further offshore. So yeah, about 5 years old. I think it was like 1981.
Yeah.
So yeah, a while ago.
How does that eventually progress into the competitive world of fishing and tournaments? I mean, do you remember the first tournament you were a part of?
I do. Oh shoot, 1991. Um, and actually, Rob, the owner of the boat, makes fun of me because I still have the T-shirt. But it was a Block Island Boston Whaler Rampage shootout, and yeah, I think I was maybe 14, 15. Yeah, I got thrown on a boat and fished with one other gentleman who was the captain owner, and very rough. But yeah, tournaments. I mean, if you're fishing a lot and that's what you do, it's kind of that competitive nature is kind of fun just to see measure yourself up with other other fishermen, other boaters, and that kind of stuff. And uh you're against the weather and the elements and everything else. You don't really get to choose what days and a lot of these things you get to fish. And again, kind of a progression of being out on the water and being on the boats, and fishing. My wife's always like, why do you like fishing so much? And I like fishing, but I like just being out on the water and being on the boats and using all the equipment. It's a lot of fun. So tournaments are definitely a progression, and yeah, you're always learning and trying to get better and do better at it. So yeah, it's fun.
What was the biggest learning curve when you transferred into the tournament fishing world?
Eh, that's a good question. I think, as when you get in the tournament world, you again that progression of the technology, whether it's um, teasers and dredges, and then in this marlin world that we've kind of progressed into is definitely like the highest level, in my opinion, of the sport fishing saltwater world. Anyway, so yeah, just learning new technology, whether it's omni sonars and dredges and all this crazy stuff. There's always somebody who's willing to go further, whether it be with the technology or with the boat, to be more competitive. And being a lifelong, boat person, and I'm in the boat business, it's really fun to be a part of that and be at that top level. Always trying to do better, catch more, and have a good time while doing that, of course. But
Yeah.
it's good to, yeah, be a part of that and in that world. It's fun.
Is there a big aspect of having to kind of be a student of sport fishing, especially when you have all this new technology and everything, like when you're going out for a tournament? How much does the analysis and all that play a part into what you're actually going out to execute?
You're learning every day, right? Every day the weather's different, the water is different, the people on the boat are different, and you're always learning different stuff from, I mean, for right now, for instance, Ray Rocher's on the boat with us. I mean, he's an absolute legend and an unbelievable mentor for I think just about everybody on the boat for sure. And a super nice guy, which is cool. But even with the younger kids on the boat, like everyone, you have different sets of eyes and people see things differently. So every day you're always processing things and learning, different stuff. And that's what, again, that's pretty much what makes the sport so much fun. You're always doing every day is different, and you have to, mold into what's going to work better for that day. And there's also different personalities. So that's always a big part of the sport too. That we're very fortunate, I think, on Lights Out that everybody we get along somehow. I don't know how we've done it this long. There's a lot of boats where people get to the dock and run, like, and go, run away from each other. We just spent 3 weeks living on the boat together, and we're somehow still, still on the phone and talking to each other, which is cool. But that's part of, the whole thing is, yeah, every day is a different day, and processing that information to learn and move on and progress is all part of it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Rob was telling me the other day that you two kind of go way back. Could you bring me back to when you first crossed paths with Rob and how it kind of turned into Lights Out?
Wow. Yeah, that's a great story. And it's a crazy one. We crossed paths actually skiing up north in Vermont. Rob and Jackie are big skiers, and my family are big skiers. In the middle of the winter, and I had a Contender boat shirt on, and he had a Yellowfin boat shirt on, whatever. We were out in a ski shop, and it's like, oh, we should go skiing. You fish? I'm like, yep. And we went skiing the next day, and that began our friendship. And I think it was later that summer. It was 2003 or four. We entered our first tournament together, and kind of have been, yeah, almost every summer since then. Done at least one tournament, maybe two or three. And then now it's progressed into this. All we do is do tournaments, which is pretty wild. Yeah, so we've been fishing together for over 20 years. We've seen some crazy stuff, some weather, and again, all this processing and every day you're learning. Yeah, we've been through a whole bunch of stuff, and it's kind of cool that we went from, a center console guy, at a tuna tournament to now, on Lights Out and fishing all over the world. So yeah, it's been a wild ride. It's been fun.
What's the wildest place that fishing's taken you?
Oh wow. Um, hmm. Wildest place. Um, Actually, I don't know if it's that wild, but like Walker's the last couple seasons is kind of, at least for me, and I think for a lot of people, I mean, kind of the dream is to like fish there. It just there's so much history there. Hatteras Bertram shootout, back when I was a kid was huge, and my family fished on Hatteras, and we never made it to Walker's then, but that's just a wild place. It's just out. There's nothing there, and you're 7 miles from the bank, and so some amazing opportunities there. Um, yeah, I think that I'd probably go with Walker's. Nice. Costa Rica is always, another spot that's pretty amazing. Mexico, Panama, but I'd probably put Walker's as right there. And the fact that we're now fishing tournaments there is pretty wild. So yeah, love it there. 2 3 weeks there is a long time. We survived,
Yeah.
but it's paradise. It's pretty amazing that we're fishing there and experiencing that. It's great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You got to have it there. And what is the catch that you're most proud of in your fishing career?
Oh boy, all of them.
True.
uh, Geez, most proud of. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, every day is a new day and a new trip, and I think we always go for like consistency is important. I think probably the most is not making mistakes more than what is that actual catch. Not screwing up, say it nicely there, but and just yeah, making sure whatever we're doing that day is what has to happen and gets done. I'm trying to figure out that one fish. I don't know. I in the Northeast where we're from, I do enjoy swordfish. It's just a beautiful fish, and it's a mean fish. So
Mhm.
any of those fish we've caught is always um, stands out. And yeah, there's so many. I don't know. Every day is a new day. I wish I had a better answer for you on that one.
No, no. Honestly, it's all good. And then What is your go-to boat snack? Like something that when you're out on the water, you kind of just got to have it with you.
Uh, Good question. Uh, I'm not sponsored by them, but no, a Cliff Bar is my snack.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a joke on the boat too. I do have a Monster Energy drink every morning. It's a good luck thing. It's not a real healthy item, but I don't drink coffee. I don't do any uh, no other enhancers or anything. I just need a little shot of caffeine in the morning. And then I'm good for the day. I drink water all day. But yeah, so it's for
Yeah.
me, it's the two items. I do my Monster, and I will have. Staring at a box of Cliff Bars on my kitchen counter right now because there's always one around. I always throw a few in my bag,
What's the
no matter.
flavor? The go-to.
White chocolate macadamia nut.
That's a good one. Okay. And for the Monster, are we talking every morning of your life or every morning on the water?
Good question. No, more every morning on the water. Every morning of my
Okay.
life. I don't know if yeah, that probably wouldn't be very good. But
Yeah.
no, on the water, just because it's easy. If I'm not on the water, I'll make, a protein shake which has some caffeine in it too. But on the water, it's just easier to, instead of having a big powdered tub, I just crack a can
Oh yeah.
and have a
It's
sip.
easier.
And yeah, no, we don't drink them all day. We don't drink them all night. There's just
Mhm.
one in the morning, and the boys all make fun of me because I have had a couple trips where one trip in particular where we did not have Monster on the boat, and they noticed a severe drop off in my excitement levels.
Not very happy.
We couldn't figure it out. I was like, wow, what was wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I just couldn't get my act together. I was just groggy. And then it was a 5-day tournament. And like on day 4, we figured out I didn't have my caffeinated beverage in the morning. So
Yeah. Figured it
that's
out.
yeah, we that's not allowed anymore.
Okay.
Even when the
Yeah.
boat was in the Bahamas, like we went on a special trip to go find some monsters before going up to Walkers. So couldn't
It
do
only takes
without it,
one time.
sadly.
Never again. Yeah. Never again.
Never. Nope, that's not allowed.
And so, can you also just speak to the fact that, I mean, when you're in a league like the SFC and you get to represent New England and just that entire area, could you tell me what it means to you be able to embody the culture of New England fishing that you grew up on?
Uh, yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's great to represent New England. Kind of a homer of sorts. I grew up fishing here, and I fished all over the world, I guess, at this point. But I still love fishing at home, and I think it's really cool. And I think the boys would all agree to be able to go fish on the stage that we're kind of on now, marlin fishing, which is not really what New England is known for. Westy and I and even Rob will joke around like, oh, we're tuna fishermen, but now we're marlin fishermen. So it's kind of cool to take, yeah, New England on the road and compete against some of the best fishermen, in the world and the best boats out there. And to do it from New England is awesome. And to prove that we can catch marlin, can catch
Yeah.
other stuff from up here, although our season's short and cold. We have some amazing opportunities to get at those fish when they're here. So yeah, it's great.